Hello everyone and welcome, it's Leslie here from Hungry Heffy Crafts, and today I've got a St. Patrick's Day card that says sending good luck wishes. Now one of my most favourite things to do is to come up with a saying or a greeting for the card and then look through all my stamps to see if I can mix and match them. So I wanted to make a St. Patrick's Day card as the 17th of March is fast approaching. And I wanted the card to say something like sending good luck your way or sending wishes. So I've picked out two of my stamp sets that say the word sending in it. And I also have this one here that says good luck. I've used this one quite a lot and I really like the fonts in it. And this Hero Arts mini stamp set says warm wishes. So I thought I would make a card that says sending good luck wishes, and then on the inside we'll have the happy St. Patrick's Day. I'm also going to be using some other supplies, some heart dies, some stitched square dies from Simon Says Stamps, and also this little aeroplane from Lawn Fawn. To start the card, I know for sure that I'm going to put a square panel in the middle of the card and work on that as the basis of my card. Now I'm using the stitched square dies from Simon Says Stamp, and I've put it in the middle of my cardstock to run it through the machine because it stitches both the inside and the outside of where the line cuts. So I can use the other excess panel for another card. At this point I'm just moving around some of my stamps to see if I can get an idea of where I'm going to put all of the greetings. And I think I'm going to go for this bottom left corner. And I'm using some Memento Tuxedo Black ink to stamp the greetings. Starting off with the good luck, and that's from a Paula Pascal stamp set. And then for the best wishes, I think it says, I only want the word wishes. So I'm using a little bit of post-it note tape to cover the first word. Then I'll ink it up and remove the post-it note tape so the word underneath best doesn't have any ink on it at all. I'm going to stamp that just right underneath the word luck. Now I'm using this script, this font that says sending. I've never used this stamp set before, so I wanted to test it first of all on some scratch paper. And with my new clear stamps, what I tend to do is take an eraser like this and rub the flat end of the eraser over the stamp, and that kind of gets rid of all the residue that can be left over in the manufacturing process. And so if you actually see now when I stamp this on the book here, now it's a much crisper image. So if you have any difficulty with your new stamps, try taking an eraser to it and you'll see if that makes a difference for you. So now I've got my greeting, sending good luck wishes. I'm going to do a second generation stamp on some post-it notes. And this is one of the post-it notes that has the sticky adhesive all the way down the back, and I'm going to use that as a mask over the word sending. And I also want to cover the words good luck wishes, so I'm just going to do a rectangle with some rounded corners to cover that. And that's because I'm going to be doing some inking on top of this, and I'm going to use this Simon Says Stamp heart mask. It's got little tiny hearts on it, and I'm running the hearts diagonally up from corner to corner. And I'll stick it in place, the mask in place with a little bit of washi tape. And I'm going to be using this heart stencil to create little shamrocks or 4-leaf clovers. I'm using the Mode Lawn Distressing for this. It's a really nice punchy green and reminds me of the green fields of Ireland. And using my mini blending tool, I'm working the ink through the mask. Now I can lift the mask and I've got those little hearts in place. I'm going to flip my my mask and line up the point of the heart, as in the bottom of the heart, with the point of the one I've already done, so that they are opposite one another. And you can see here I've also then turned the mask again to do my third leaf of my clover, and then lastly I will turn it a fourth time, so that I have the 4 different leaves, the 4 leaves of my 4-leaf clover. There we go. So you can see that where I have moved the mask, it creates almost like little squares from a distance, but up close you can see that they're 4-leaf clovers. I wanted to bring a bit more green into the edges, so once again using that Modelon Distress ink, bringing some ink in from the edges, and I'm ready to move on to the next step of my card. I'm going to use this little paper aeroplane, and I'm just going to stamp that on some scratch cardstock that I have lying around in the room, and then I'll clean that off with my baby wipe and cut it out. And this is a really simple shape to cut out with your scissors. It's all straight lines. Now what I would like to do is create a little shamrock to put on top of my paper aeroplane, and I want it to have the same colours all the way through. So I'm using that scratch piece of paper or cardstock, and I'm using one of my, it's actually a Lawn Fawn small heart die, to run the card through my Cuttlebug, and I'm going to cut out 4 little tiny green hearts like this. I'm going to take that a little extra piece of that green card and just very roughly trim out a small circle like this, and I'll pop a glue dot on top of it, and this is going to be the area or the piece of card where I mount all of these 4 little hearts. And because I've coloured it green, you can't really see it in the background, and they all stick together like this. You can see some of the background when I hold it up, so I'm going to snip down the side of each of these hearts so it's not as visible. I'm taking a X-Acto knife and creating a little slit in my paper aeroplane with my craft knife, and then I'll just tuck 1 or 2 of those petals in to that little slice, that little slit, and I will also take some of my baker's twine, which is white with a little bit of a green colour through it, and I'll stick this in here with a glue dot. So this little guy I will put onto my card like this, but let's assemble the card first of all. Decided I wanted on a white square card base, and I'm going to mount it flat, so I'll stick that down with some double-sided sticky tape, and then this little guy I will pop up with some foam pads. Now for the baker's twine, I want it to be twirly but also secure. So I'm taking some Ranger Matte Medium, Multi-Matte Medium, and I'm going to dip my finger in it and run it along the twine. The great thing about this medium is that it dries completely matte, so you won't see it at all. So when I have the whole piece of twine covered in it, I can simply mold it round and it will stay. It will stay in its place. I'll just finish this off with a few little enamel dots and one in the middle of my shamrock. So that's the outside of the card complete, but I still want to do the greeting on the inside. And once again, this is a Hero Art stamp set, and it's got the word happy and then lots of other greetings. And it also has this really cute little shamrock stamp as well. So I'm just simply going to put Happy St. Patrick's Day. And this is the mask that I used for inking. I'm going to pop it in the back of my stamp set that has that stamp that says sending, and I can use that again. So here it is, the finished card. Thank you so much for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you like what you saw today, and please be sure to visit me over at hungryheffycrafts.com. You can also reach me at leslieoman.com. Thanks for popping by and have a great day.